Do you have a QField project with QField Cloud and now you would like to share it and collaborate with others? In this video, I will show you how using your QField Cloud account. Tutorial, I'm using 3 vector layers, a polygon, a point, and a line layer, and also OpenStreet base map. I added a simple symbology for each of these layers, and now I'm gonna save my project. And now I'm going to upload this project to QField Cloud. To upload the project to QField Cloud, I need to use the QField plugin. If you need more information about how to create a project in QField with QField Cloud, I would recommend you to watch my video about QField with QField Cloud. To upload the project to QField Cloud, first I go to the settings just to make sure that I have my base map layer selected and the rest of my layers or all of my layers from this project in here. Now that everything looks good, I'm gonna close this window and I click apply and OK. And now I'm gonna click on this cloud, the QField Cloud Projects Overview, to upload this project into QField Cloud. You need to enter your username and your password. And now I'm gonna add a new project, so I go to the lower left part of this window and I click on the cloud to create a new project. And now I'm gonna leave it as a recommended option. And here you can change the name. And I'm gonna actually add the same name to both of the directories. And now I'm gonna hit create. Okay, now that my project has been uploaded to QField Cloud, I'm gonna click OK, and then I'm gonna close this window. Now, before I open this project in my mobile device, and of course in QField app, I'm gonna go to the QField Cloud site to show you how to share your QField project there. Here in QField Cloud, you have to enter your credentials. If you haven't done this before, you need to register. Again, I'll recommend you watch my video number 1 about QField with QField Cloud. I'm gonna just enter here my credentials really quick. Then I click on sign in. And here I can see the project that I just uploaded to QField Cloud. In this other page, we can see the comparison between the user plans. We have the community plan, pro, organization, and private cloud. The community plan is the free plan. With this plan, we can share our project with others. However, we have to share the project with the public. So if your project has sensitive data, perhaps this is not the best option for you. With this type of account, we can share the project in a private group. The other type of accounts that aren't free allows you to create groups and share your project privately. The option that I'm going to use today is the community plan or the free account. With this plan, we can share the project with the public, but you can also share it with a specific user. I will show you how to do this next. So I'm going to go back to my QField Cloud account, and here I'm going to open the project that I just uploaded, or I'm going to click on it to open it. And then here, if I go to the collaborators tab, I'm going to just test this, and I'm going to add a user name, like another person's or collaborator's account. And then, for example, if I add this collaborator right now, because of the type of license that I have, the community one, I won't be able to add it as a collaborator right away. However, if I go to the settings, and then if I scroll down and I make this project public, now I'm going to click on save. So now my project is shared publicly, so so other users can see this project. However, they cannot edit it. But if I go into collaborators, I can add a user, or I can add collaborators to be able to make edits, add data, or make edits in this project. So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna add this user, and I'm gonna click on add. And now I was successfully been able to add this collaborator to my project, and I can change the role of this user. So I can leave it as a reader, but in this case, I'm going to change it as an editor. And then I click save again. So again, the disadvantage is that you have to share it with the public. So you don't want to share your project because of sensitive data, this is not the option you want to go. But if you don't mind sharing it with the public, you can still share it with other users and add them as collaborators and give them the specific role. Okay, now that I'm done here in the browser, I'm ready to open QField app in my mobile device. So we'll go there. Here in QField app, I'll use the account of the collaborator user. So, and then I'm gonna open QField Cloud project, and I can see the project that I just uploaded to QField Cloud, QField sharing tutorial, and you can see that it says per GIS, so that means this project I've been shared with me. And now I'm gonna select it to download it, and click on download. After this is downloaded, I'm gonna go back to the main page really quick. Okay, so now I have been downloaded, but before I open it, if for example you haven't been added as a collaborator but the project have been shared publicly, you can search for this project, using the search or in community too. So you can search in community for that specific QField project. I'm gonna go back to my project, and then I'm gonna open it now since I already downloaded it. Now I'm going to add a point test in my map. So I'm gonna add it somewhere close to where I am. Of course, enable editing, and I go back to my map and I just add it there. And I'm gonna add the location kind of where I am. And now I'm gonna click the check mark. Here we go. So I have a point in there. And please, if you want to, you can search this QField project in your QField app and go ahead and add some points or polygons or lines and add the location. You can just type a name of the closest city where you are. And then if you do that, please let me know in the comments, and then I'll sync it in QGIS, and then you'll be able to see more of these locations where the viewers of my channel are. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to this layer, and then I can see that there is one change that I can sync, and I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna just push the changes, and remember again, so this is the collaborator account syncing back up to the QField Cloud project that was created, but another user in this case per GIS. So okay, now that I already pushed the changes, I'm gonna go back to QGIS and I'm gonna sync the projects there. Okay, now back here in QGIS, I'm gonna make sure I have the correct project open. So QField sharing tutorial in parentheses QField Cloud, and I'm gonna sync the changes that were done by the collaborator account. So this is the owner account, right? Per GIS. If I go here, I can sign in again as the owner of this project, and that's the person who has to sync these changes. So now I click on the synchronize current cloud to project, and I'm gonna leave the action with prefer the cloud, and then I click on perform actions. And then if I click OK, I see that point that was created by the collaborator account or by the collaborator user. Okay, that's all I have. If you want to keep learning more about QField, make sure to check out my QField playlist. Also, if you find this video helpful, please support me by giving me a thumbs up or by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.